It's rare, but I am going to comment on the last match. There was someone who said something along the lines of like, Omega Tanaga is unbeatable, right? And that there was an implication that I had forced the players into this unwinnable storyline. I just want everyone to know Omega Tanaga is as human as anyone else, except for, the superior genetic engineering, a lifetime being born and bred for war, and of course his enhanced imaging tattoos. But the bigger thing to note is that both of those matches, the players sought him out and chased him down to get them. So it's not like I made them fight someone who was 80 ranks higher than them and is clearly one of the top 1% mech warriors in the entire inner sphere. Just remember that when you point an accusatory finger in my direction, they came at me, bro. I had to defend myself. Meanwhile, Amos, Everett, aka Ivan, you find yourself with a black bag over your head when you wake up, being driven somewhere.
You
don't make any reaction?
No, not particularly.
Okay. Someone rips the
If
bag
I'm
off your head.
already in a vehicle with a black bag over my head, at this point, Ivan's like, okay.
All right. So someone pulls the bag off your head. They're wearing a white business suit with a tan dress shirt underneath it, and appear to be wearing several $100,000 worth of C-bill and accessories. And the man says, Mr. Ivan Asanko, right?
Depending on who's asking.
I think you know who I am, sir. And he holds out a hand towards you. And in that hand is a business card with Comstar's embossed foil on the top of it.
Yeah.
I'm here to discuss your next life.
I think Ivan then looks him in the eye and says, in that case, the facts be as they are. My name is not Ivan Asanko.
That's what we're here to discuss. He looks around the like stretch Hummer and pulls out a briefcase with, like possible plastic surgeries that they could do on your face and new identity names. All of them have a sort of Swedish, Swedenese, or Japanese bent to them, since you're set on joining the Elysian Fields mercenary unit. There's a lot of storylines here that are like, his records were lost when his planet was conquered by the clans, that sort of deal. A refugee from Rasselhog, that sort of thing. So no one will ever be able to look into the deeper truth of who you are. We have several profiles prepared for you, Ivan. Just think of me as your fairy godmother.
Well, I suppose it would be advantageous of me to figure out my 3 wishes then.
Here's what's going to happen. After your match, you will get into a vehicle, which we will provide for you. We're then going to have you change out of your clothes into your new identity and privately ship you to a Comstar facility where we'll take blood samples, all of that sort of thing, provide you with the new Comstar ID number, bank accounts, all of that noise. Your clothes will be placed on a person who looks sufficiently like you that the investigators will not look too closely. We have someone who was killed within the last 24 hours. And we're going to run that person into a car accident. They will, of course, the body's already dead, but the car will crash and no one will look too closely as Amos, Everett, and Ivan Asanko die of drunk driving falling off the international bridge. It's an old story, but it works.
It's good enough. And that's all I need.
You can't tell anybody who you are or where you're going.
No.
So if you have any goodbyes to say, you'll need to say them before tomorrow's match.
Well, I have one pre-scheduled for this afternoon. That is all. He points out the window to to like the cemetery that they're passing, and says, "This is my stuff."
Okay. The car comes to a stop, and your mysterious benefactor opens the door for you and says, "I'm glad Rom could be of assistance for you, as you have been of assistance to us. The Primus is very pleased at how the Peralta Hansen episode was handled on Kabbalah.
I'm glad that I was able to do good work for you.
Maybe in the future you could try to continue to do good works, Mr. Ivan Asanko."
Ivan reaches out to shake his hand.
Yeah, he shakes your hand.
And steps down off the out of the what I presume is some sort of like lifted SUV type thing.
It's a stretch Hummer, so yeah, it's lifted as fuck.
Yeah.
Then you drop the C4 packet and blow up the car as you leave.
No, not that car.
All right, you're at a cemetery.
Yeah. He walks down the way, and I think we see like large gathering of people, all apparently burying someone, and Ivan just stops like some few dozen yards away under a tree as the rain comes down. And just puts on his hat and stands there for a little while.
Of course, it's raining during the funeral. Of course. Now, let me ask, do we see the distinctive frame of Star Captain Omega Tanaga, towering over the rest of these non-genetically engineered inner spheroids? Is that the funeral we're at?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's clearly the same funeral. Ivan just shows up at
you get back. Digitally edited into the footage from yesterday.
No, I think it's even one of those things that they don't even have to digitally edit him, because it's clear he showed up like towards the end of it, and he's
late
far
at
away.
A distance. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. And he and I think that's it. That's all Ivan has for the funeral.
Okay. Anything else you'd like to do?
Oh. I would I think Ivan just after the funeral goes home and looks at he just like pops up a floorboard of his apartment and brings out this giant block of C4 with a detonator and everything, and just looks at it for a while. Tosses it on like a coffee table in front of him. And then he just kind of sighs and says, "The hell with it." And he just leaves and leaves it on the table and goes to his match. Because with Kyle dead and the Comstar stuff taken care of, Ivan no longer really has any reason to go after Nia. So he just leaves.
Wow. Man. So, folks at home, you should know that Glimo begged me 3 times to do a Kyle funeral epilogue scene. So I think next Thursday we're going to get that for the season bridge. Because this is, of course, episode 61, the final episode of the season. But Glimo wants that gladiator hall so he can discuss his plans, I think, to take on the Mafia. So while you leave Nia Licata alive, Glimo may not be so merciful.
Well, Glimo will probably do more to her than Ivan was going to. Hey, I mean, I don't know. It depends on whether you count as the whole Mafia coming down or getting blown up as worse.
See, that's the thing. You need to remember, you people are solo acting mech gladiators, taking down the whole Mafia alone. Like, even when Punisher dismantles organizations, he's never like, I'm going to destroy the Mafia, period, end of story. He's like, I'm going to take out this guy and his organization within the city.
Which was Ivan's plan, was just to blow up Nia and sever any tie that the Mafia had to this like operation. But
Nia Licata never knows that she got to live because Kyle Morgan died.
Yeah, Ivan just leaves the C4 on the table. He's like, fuck it, I'm never coming back to this apartment. Someone finds C4 in Amos Everett's apartment. I don't give a shit. Whatever. Who gives a fuck?
All right. When you arrive for your interview, William is dressed in Frozone cosplay from The Incredibles. He's even got like a snowboard like on the back of his chair, like pushed up against it. It's very Colbert Report-ish at this point. My man, Amos Everett, this is the final interview of this season before we go into only exhibition matches before the Winter Games. Amos,
I suppose that's what the board's all about.
I just like my man Samuel L. Jackson, you know? He's one of the few great orators of the 20th and 21st century we still have records of.
Yeah. You a winter sports man, William?
No. Actually, during the winter, I prefer to stay inside with a warm cup of coffee or tea and play jazz music.
Not the worst way to spend the cold months.
There is an ambiance to it, however, that I think helps enable the romance of the season, which is what several of my albums are about. Available now. And like as he says that, the little holo projector between the two of you begins listing, you know, all of his albums that have to do with winter themes.
Yeah.
Amos, you have been on quite a ride. You began as your stable's first champion. You've become one of its least popular gladiators, although you are also its highest ranking. And what was a winning streak has turned into a rough career. What do you have to account for your sudden rise now? What was holding you up during the middle end of this season? How did we get here?
William, I got here the same way anyone gets here. Stopped losing and started winning.
Oh, I see. Well, winning certainly is a good way to rise up through the ranks.
As for the slump in the middle season, well, I think I've talked about this a little bit, but, you know, Solaris is a place where you've got to find yourself as not just a competitor, but an entertainer. And while I think I started out quite strongly as a competitor, I was not necessarily all the way there as an entertainer. And then I think I tried too hard for the entertainer and was not competing to the best of my ability. And now I have reached a point where I don't think I particularly care about what is expected of me by others. Now it is about what I want, what I am here to do. What I'm here to do is take them all on, dead or alive. Today will be no different.
Is this the return of the bounty hunting persona that we've seen time and time again from you? One
What persona
last
today?
devil's deal?
The devil follows you everywhere, William. Just whether or not you know where to look. With that, Ivan puts on his like red lensed sunglasses and stands up.
Oh my god, red lens sunglasses. Jeez, what an edgelord.
It's in the official artwork. It's right there.
Holy shit, I fucking hate it so much. It's like a 90s anime. Straight out of Trigun, man.
I literally described it to Sun Spirit, I think, as like, imagine like the shitty Ozzy Osbourne sunglasses, but they got red lenses. And it's right there. It's in the Ivan art.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is.
Yeah. And Ivan just like at that point takes the opportunity to get up and make his dramatic exit. And as he walks off the stage, he stops right in front of the camera. And what is the name of my opponent?
Your opponent's name today is a great one to research, I would say. Season 2, I'll be telling you, but
sure. Yeah, I'll research it.
Okay. Go ahead.
I'll hit it with that. I need to actually pick a seat. Here we go.
Yeah.
Yay, the Acheron got fixed.
True. Last minute deal from Sun Spirit. Yeah. Your opponent's name is Seabill.
Oh, excellent.
Excellent. Right. That makes me really nervous. She's got a pretty good win rate versus
that is a 6.
Yep.
One shy. So I will.
Is this man gonna spend his edge before the fight? Living La Vida Loco?
What's the consequences of failing a research? I forget. I gain a stress.
You gain a stress, and you have to reveal a way she can manipulate you in combat. Well, just that she can manipulate you.
So yeah, I think I will go ahead and eat the stress. And as for how Seabill can manipulate him, Ivan literally has nothing to lose now. He is completely uninvested, I think, in the outcome of this match. Other than the fact that he just wants to fight. So I think she could probably make him do just about any dumb thing as long as it's violent.
Interesting. I don't know that I can use that. I will borderline accept that.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of like
only because he's
like
a very sad man.
Like the kind of like what Texas Red did to him. I was like, "Come on, you gonna fight me out here?" I was like, "Hell yeah, I'm gonna break your face, bro."
Oh, interesting. All right.
That kind of thing. And I believe with a fail, I still get to ask one question anyway.
Correct.
Right? Which means I still get to ask 2 questions because of
also
read.
Correct.
All right. So I want to know her Her gunnery and any notable SPAs.
She is a 2 gunnery and she has jumping jack.
Okay.
And
Kind of exactly what I figured. Ooh,
weapon specialist AC 5.
Ooh,
She's gotten a lot better throughout the season because she keeps winning.
that is new and fun. I like that. All right, cool. Side note, though, I am no longer a 4-2. Now,
Did I mute the DBC alert a while back and then forget to turn it back on? I think I did. All right, so anyway, she enters the arena. It's a frozen arena called the Crossroads, right?
Mm-hmm.
But she enters in like a pink bikini with lots of like one leg is covered by like some sort of mesh. The other one has like a thigh band. She's got a huge sun hat with like accoutrements hanging off of it. But what's really prominent is that attached to the back of her bikini are these like really wide but small. So like you can see them on either side of her, but they're very small little devil wings. Her whole intro is like, you think you could take me in? Me? I'm the little devil that made this place. You're not taking me anywhere. I'm taking you down. And the crowd's like, yeah, we love you, Seabill. We're such big shrimps. And she's like, that's right. And she takes off her sunglasses and blows a kiss toward the camera before getting in her pink Wolverine.
And I just realized that while we were questioning about the research thing, I forgot to do the thing I was actually doing when I stopped to look at the camera and then asked you what my opponent's name was. As he's walking off the stage, he stops in front of the camera, leans into it real close and says, "See, Bill, one way or another, I'm taking you in."
Yeah, she already called you out for it, though. She knew you were going to do this shit. All right, you're guaranteeing victory?
Yeah.
Okay. You're going to take another point of stress for that.
Yep. And that puts me at 3 stress.
That's unfortunate for me.
Dude, I've been just bouncing back down and back to 3 stress this entire season.
We haven't had enough stress explosions. They only happen during the playtest. That's why I'm changing the stress mechanics to make explosions happen more often. I need people.
And it was funny because after I stress exploded, I went and took all of the moves that give me ways to ablate stress.
Yeah, and you need them.
Yeah, and I haven't really needed them until now.
When stress is going to be even harder.
I've specifically started pushing myself to get more stress because I felt like it.
Good. I want hotel rooms that are completely trashed and cars set on fire in the street. You know?
I mean, I basically killed Red because of my stress explosion.
What's your intro to the battlefield?
All right. Amos, Ivan, the name doesn't matter at this point. Now steps onto the field, wearing his he doesn't have the hat, it's just the long dark duster and the red sunglasses. And he just pulls out a gold pearl-handled revolver and loads it with these very vibrant red bullets and fires off 6 of them in quick succession as flame just spews from the point of the gun in an arc as he goes bang 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 and says, "Let's go out with a bang, Seabill. It'll end just like it started. You and me."
Is that true? Was your first match versus her?
My first match of the season was against Seabill, and it was my first loss.
Wow. Well, that's dark. Oh God, what are the tabloids gonna say? He fought Seabill again, and then he killed himself driving drunk off of the bridge. Was the stress too much to bear? People will be discussing your mysterious death for years 666.
Only a 6.
Well,
Okay, she can have a little deployment win as a treat.
yeah, she'll come in from the west side.
Okay.
As a treat? Wow. Wow.
Yeah, you know.
You're being fucking weird, bro.
It's the meme, you know. You can have a little X thing as a treat. Have you never heard that meme, AP? Come on, AP. You claim to be the meme lord and you haven't heard that one?
I've never claimed to be the meme lord. I just use memes. Look, the thing about memes is that they're like Darmok and Jalad at Tanagra, right? They're commonly understood ways to quickly convey information about situations.
And also relatively mediocre Star Trek episodes.
I don't think it was relatively mediocre. I think the idea of communicating through allegory is so strong that we're here 20 years later still talking about it. It was a solidly good episode of a show that often was about nothing.
I thought it was okay.
They had a whole episode that was literally like, whoa, we're drunk on a spaceship, dude. Oh, man, we're so drunk. We forgot how to do our jobs.
Yep.
I don't think that's how being drunk works.
And then the great episode where Yara just has the insatiable urge to fuck a robot.
Okay, so you understand that Darmok and Jalad was not a mediocre episode. It's one of the greats. You want to come up in this house? You better be ready to go to Tanagra. That's all I'm saying, because it's about to be like Shaka when the walls fell.
Don't worry, I'll be dropping the walls of Jericho on you.
All right, I got a 6. I don't know that you're pure-hearted enough to blow a trumpet of.
We'll see. I'm not the one wearing devil wings.
Well, obviously she took them off when she put her cooling vest on.
I did not take the sunglasses off. 7.
All right. You didn't take the sunglasses off. Interesting. All right, she's gonna charge up her mask.
Cool.
Not double ones.
That's nice. I remember specifically saying before that first match too that I would be unbeatable until someone could outspeed me, and then she showed up with a mechless mask.
You should have said something like, I cannot be beaten by any living man. She says, but I am no man.
Yeah, I fucking witch king.
See, look, we're still speaking in allegory. That's how important it is. All right, come at me.
All right. We're not gonna bother with the supercharger right now.
Really?
I don't think I need. You know, actually, the extra movement modifier might be worth.
Don't you want to get into short range as soon as possible? I ran right towards you.
Oh, I do want to get rid of short range soon. Yeah. Okay, let's go. I will activate my supercharger. I'm good. And I will move. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 hexes. Straight line. Leave. That is only. Oh, okay. Maybe. Oh, okay. So never mind. That's not going to end up being defender's advantage. So that's going to be. So in that case, we'll do. It's 9 hexes. Yeah, okay. Never mind. We will just do it because we'll just do that.
Okay, that's 14 hexes.
Yeah, that's 14 hexes. I believe I have partial cover. Yeah.
He also has partial cover and +2 woods.
Yep. Because I have
Okay.
partial cover and +1 wood. That is 9 hexes, moving a modifier of 3, and I actually don't even need to activate the superstructure. So there we go. That's just the good old regular speed. So what you got for me, Seabill?
Long range is 4. Is it up to 6? Your evasion modifier 7, 8, and 9. Which is going to fire a single AC5 burst non-ultra mode. Which will miss.
Okay, I will fire the Gauss rifle and the ER large laser, both at medium range.
Sure.
So I started a 3 because of heat and my gunnery being 2. Medium range makes it 5. 2 woods makes it 7. Run makes it 9. Alpha cover makes it 10 for each of these. Nine. Damn. And 8. Okay, respectable rolls, but not enough.
Okay. 8.
So that is all right. Double ones.
You want to do anything about that?
Nope.
Okay. You got a heat build? Oh, so it should be noted that it is cold here, and after 10 rounds, light snowfall begins.
Okay. So how does the cold affect my
-1 heat build?
-1 heat build? Okay.
Yeah.
In that case, I just fire an extra small laser
Sure,
with my
makes
normal
sense. I
complement
forgot
to
to
keep myself
mention
at
it.
9. No, you're right. You're fine. Because
you're
I've got
moving
I've got
first?
the. So I move first. Jump 5 and run. Yeah, okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Because of Hillmaster, I ignore all that. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So I will actually have to activate Supercharger for this. We're good. So Ivan moves to there. That is a 1 modifier of 2.
Yep. Okay. This is going to try to activate mask again. He succeeds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Puts her on your right, and she'll torso twist to hit you. Red 3. Standing by.
Okay.
So yeah, you know run forward into the woods. She cuts around beside you, and now both of you are looking at each other on the right hand sides. You're starting to do, what's it called in NASCARing?
Well, technically, we're going the wrong way for that. We're reverse NASCARing.
Sure.
Counter NASCAR.
Or Formula Oneing, I guess.
Do they go around the other way in Formula One?
I don't know, but I recall that I would think that they're the reverse NASCAR. So
Sure, I guess. All right. Ivan will also torch with this. One, two, three. Oh, we're only 5 apart. Okay, that's actually fantastic. So I have -1 heat built. So that's okay. So I fire an ER large laser, 2 mediums, and a Gauss rifle. I hit on the Gauss rifle and the ER large are both at short range. The mediums are at medium range. I hit on 3, 5, 7. I hit on 10s with the medium lasers, 8s with the Gauss rifle, and the ER large. We'll start with the Gauss rifle first. Gauss rifle misses by 1.
yeah.
And that would be a center torso hit. Actually, that would be a right torso hit.
Okay, you already spent your edge.
I didn't actually spend my edge, remember? I ate the fail. No, I ate the research failure.
Damn.
But I will not spend it on this. Oh, and then a 3 on the ER large laser. Rough. Oh, another 3 on the first medium laser. Not great. Oh, but then double 6s on another medium laser. So that's so if I'm hitting you in the right side, that is 5 damage to your right leg.
All right. So you line up your normal, highly accurate shots. You're running, she's running. There's trees everywhere. You tag her with 1 medium laser that trips her up, but otherwise you're like, she's fast. She's turning her mech to the right as well, stomping through the snow, and she says something like, I've got him now. She's doing a alpha strike at ultra AC5 and ultra mode, medium pulse, SRM6. So 6, 10, 10. Well, it is 1 hit center torso for 5.
Okay.
SRM6 will hit. 10 on a 6-pack is 5 missiles. Right torso. Right torso. Left leg. Right arm. Center torso.
Cool. Armor looks good across the board.
All right, so you take a big hit from the main gun, and then the second hit whistles past your cockpit, and a bunch of missiles streak out, and you dodge that laser. It's peppering the woods around you, and then you're like, I guess I'm safe now. And then the trees around you explode as missiles rain from every direction. You're like, ah! And then we get, a still shot of you going, ah, and then you're like backlit by explosions. I'm going for full 90s anime today, man. I'm just leaning into it. All right,
yeah. Ivan's like the anime guy who doesn't do the ah, he does the like where he does the weird grimace. Because he's like the villain, so he's got to do the weird villain grimace. And I believe that's initiative.
Okay. 10.
That is a 9 for me. But I think I would like to win, so I'm going to.
Sure. That makes sense.
So if we're still going full 90s anime, the like light reflects off the glasses as he just reaches up and goes, just barely adjusts them, except they make the sound way louder. And then he says, huh, I've got you now.
Okay, he jumps.
Ivan is going to activate the supercharger again. This is the second round in a row. Gets an 8. That's enough.
Okay. So you can move what, 12?
So I can move 12. 1, 2, 3, because I'm Mountaineer. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Oh yeah, you can torso twist to present your front arc. All right.
Not only can I torso twist to present my front mark, but Ivan reveals his new SPA. Ivan has natural grace, and his mech now moves more like a human than ever before.
Okay.
And I'm able to double torso twist. I can torso twist an extra hex side.
Is that what natural grace does?
It does a lot of things.
That's creepy. Wait, whoa. Wait a second. No. That is not what natural grace does, bro.
Yes, it does.
No,
natural
it doesn't.
Grace.
No, natural grace is you want to do something special with your mech and you have to discuss it with your game. It's literally in the description.
It says it right here, bro.
The special maneuver. Okay, yes.
Can perform special maneuvers, whatever. That's whatever. But the -1 target mod to avoid falls, damage from moving through buildings, pilot damage, or setting minefields.
Okay, let me read this. No, stop. The special maneuvers you can perform are limited by your imagination and the game master's agreement. Yeah, natural grace is a catch. No, it's not. Natural grace is a catch-all for I want to do something that's not listed in the book. It doesn't let you do all of these things. It allows you and the game master to pick one of these things.
And which version are you looking at?
The most recent version.
Okay. I don't have the Destiny book, so I don't know if they changed it or some weird shit.
I'm sending to you the relevant part.
Okay, because I'm looking at the one that's just from like the old like the books that the SPAs first came in.
Yeah. Natural grace does not do all of those things. It does one thing that you and the game master agree on. That's how somebody like Shadow and this is Oath of Enosto references, but this is how Shadow and what's his name, the dragon pilot, Baron Genji, both get Fire Fists for mechs that wouldn't normally get it because they have natural grace. So they took natural grace plus Fire Fist in order to enable them to use their unique abilities.
Yeah, okay. Because the version I'm looking at, it's like it talks about the special maneuvers, but the special maneuvers are a side thing. All of the like random bonuses it gets you are what the SPA does normally. Where have you sent it?
Yes, I will agree that some of those things You do gain an additional torso twist. What was the other thing that you wanted?
You gain what the base version is supposed to do is that you gain an additional +1 roll modifier to any check that involves avoiding falls,
Yes.
damage to moving through buildings, pilot damage from falls, or setting off minefields.
Yes.
And you get an additional hexite of torso twist.
Yep. Arm flip, reducing movement through ultra
heavy. You gain the ability
woods.
to arm flip with one arm, or with an arm that also has a lower arm and or hand actuators. And you reduce the movement cost to pass through ultra heavy stuff, which isn't like a huge thing. And then it also grants you additional bonuses if you combine it with other SPAs.
Yep, dodge, melee, maneuvering ace.
Yeah. So literally all of the bullet points is the stuff I'm talking about. Like the special maneuver or whatever, Ivan isn't going to be using yet because
just making sure we're on the same
I'm literally
page
only
here.
talking about the stuff that the SPA does that is just.
Listen, there's a reason you aren't supposed to surprise the game master with your decision at the table to avoid exactly this.
I was talking about this in Gladiator chat that I was picking up Natural Grace.
Listen, when you guys get into this, I'll trade this with that with you. I don't pay any attention to that because half the time you guys are like, well, no, I'm actually going to do this. You know what I mean? You choose to do something totally different.
But yeah, no, that's the stuff I was talking about. It's just the.
All right. You torso twist so that you're actually fully facing head on, like a weirdo.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, what? Impossible.
Yep.
All right, you're still facing each other's left side, however. So
yes, but last time we were facing each other's right side.
I know.
You flipped.
So it's a 2, 3, 7 to hit. So she needs 5s and 7s to pull off a full barrage, which she will. So Alpha Strike. That's a hit with 1 left leg for 5.
Okay.
Center torso for 6. Oh, that roll over. Perfect. Fortunately, it is a garbage 3, so left torso.
Okay.
Center torso. And right leg. So that's 6, 12, 5, not enough to force.
Everywhere's looking good except center torso is now at half armor.
That's so good for me, huh?
Cool. I fire a ER large laser, 2 ER mediums, and a Gauss rifle.
Sure.
I hit on 8s.
Gauss rifle should have minimum range penalties.
Yes, it does. Gauss rifle has a minimum range, which puts it at
+2.
At +2. So hit with the Gauss rifle on a 10. Hit with the everything else on an 8. That is 15 damage left torso.
Basically, press the gun up against her mech.
Mm-hmm.
Her whole mech rotates that way too, overextending.
Large laser misses. Medium laser misses. And the second medium laser also misses.
Okay.
And then I'm going to punch twice.
Yeah, well, she's going to punch once first. You're about to catch these hands. Never mind. Go ahead.
All right. Okay, so 3, 4 for my run, 7 for her jump, and then -2 because of battle fists on the Shadowhawk.
We aren't doing quirk. We aren't doing quirks.
We aren't doing quirks?
That was
I thought
only,
we were doing
was
quirks after the missionary.
No, that was only for the mercenary mission. We have to talk about whether we want to keep doing quirks.
Who said we weren't doing quirks?
I did. I said we're only the Comstar magic was only enabled for one mission.
All right. Well, that's a hit.
Yeah.
Um.
Roll a d6 to see where it hits, because if
Yeah, man. If only that was the full body table,
Yeah.
that would be a headshot.
get wrecked. Should have had an axe.
That is a. That is 12 damage. No, not 12. Yes, 12 damage. Left arm.
Okay.
And another hit. Oh, damn! It was almost a 6. That is left arm again. So 24 damage left arm. Does the left arm have anything good? No, that's the arm with nothing. It's the right arm I wanted.
Okay. No crit apparently. So she weathers it through.
Mm-hmm. And I believe she needs to make 2. Oh no, just one.
She needs to
check.
make 1, which
Yeah.
she does.
Cool.
Takes a hit. Ah!
Yeah, as Ivan just like rakes the claws into her arm.
8.
All right. 5. She wins.
Go ahead.
Okay, so we 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7, 8. Let's see, how far can she jump? 1, 2, 3, 5. There. And she could try to DFA me if she wanted to.
It's crazy. That's crazy. Who would do that? That's insane.
All right.
So you're now punching legs and she's kicking head, just to be clear.
Yep.
You better recognize. Go ahead, take your shots.
All right. Gauss rifle hitting on 3, 5, 7, 9. ER large laser, 2 medium lasers. And Gauss rifle hits on a 11. Everything else hits on 9. Gauss rifle misses. ER large laser hits. That is the right arm for 8. Medium laser number 1 misses. Medium laser number 2 hits center torso for 5.
Center torso for 5. I see. Okay. She's gonna do a alpha strike at 757. Yes, that will hit, and it is a center torso through armor critical with 2 crits, but only 1 shot.
I will use my glory that I have a metric fuck ton of.
You want to take the critical hit?
Yeah.
Let's go down. You've not taken a critical hit or a head hit so far, right?
Nope.
Okay. You can use it to block 1 of the 2 crits.
Yep.
All right. You need to spend the glory and then roll 2d6 plus instinct. You do so.
That's a 10.
You gain a point of stress, which bumps you up to 4.
On a 10 plus?
You have a +1 instinct.
Yeah.
Okay, then yes, you would negate 1 crit. All right. You still take 5 damage center torso and a 1/3 critical, which is your engine.
Ooh, that's fine.
Yeah, so she, from right above you, just points that not very large but fast firing gun. One of the shots penetrates in your chest, but you have to tell me, how do you take this hit gloriously? How will you be remembered for taking 1 less critical here?
Ivan just like sidesteps it behind a tree as she comes as she like blasts it. He like takes as he as
Oh,
she
you use the
fires at
tree
him.
for cover?
Yeah, he uses his new like SPA, and he basically like just leans the mech inhumanly and like turns the torso behind a tree, so it just clips the edge of it.
757, that misses as well, unfortunately. All right, you're punching first.
Yep.
Punching on the legs, sure. Which is actually not as great for me as I'd like it to be, but
Yep. First punch is a miss. Second one hits that, and then I need to roll 6, 4. That is the where's the kick table? That's all the way over here. 4 is the left leg, so the left leg takes 12 damage.
sure. Okay.
Yep.
Was
And
that
that's
was
it.
the first or the second hit?
That was the second punch. I missed the first one.
Okay, all right. She's gonna
First
kick.
one, yeah, first one rolled a 4, second one rolled a 9.
He needs a 7. The fucking trees. That is a miss. I'm edging. Can't afford to not hit this. Yeah, boy. Fucking sparkling, bro. One that is a left arm kick. Or what is kicking? Like
Your tonnage divided by 5, so she hits me for 11.
Yep. My left arm.
Not bad.
Don't have anything useful there, unfortunately.
No, the arms are just for punching.
Gotta knock him off to get at those XL fusion engines.
Yep.
You will need to make a PSR for having been kicked.
Okay.
You're like, ugh!
I'm fine. I
Okay.
rolled a 7.
We're actually starting on 5 now. All right, don't forget you have -1 heat build from the cold and +5 from the engine hit.
Yes, so I actually build.
11 plus 4 is 15.
Yeah. I build
Minus
14 heat.
I build 1 point of heat. Did you say 14?
No, I build 2 14.
Okay. You
Which
built
means I do
2
have to make
14? Oh my god. Oh shit. Make a
Which means I have
shutdown.
to. Yeah, I have to make sure. I mean, I was at exactly.
Oh, that's
9.
right. You would have aimed exactly for 9 right before. Yeah,
I was
that
at
makes
exactly
sense.
9.
Yeah.
And then I make the shutdown.
So I feel like she kicks you in the arm, you recover from it, and your mechs stare at each other for a moment. Steam is rising up off of you, and maybe that tree you were hiding behind spontaneously catches fire from being near your mech.
Yep.
5.
7.
He chooses to win initiative.
He's a ghost? Holy fuck, who does C-Bill work for now?
Herself.
You can't ghost for yourself. That's against the rules.
Well, first off, she's the leader of Team Minxful. It's time for her to start making some moves, man. It's been a highly successful project bringing women to the battlefield in a big way. Been rolling through playbooks, man. Finally on her second one.
I check what sort of heat penalties I'm dealing with here. Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. All right. So I am going to activate. gonna activate supercharger. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Which would be my rogue. She jumped right behind me. Do I really care though? Two, three. And so any of these places she could jump behind me. If she jumps behind me there, she's got no cover. And I kind of don't mind that. So yeah. Ivan just walks and backs up.
Here's your rear armor. So even if you torso twist, I'm still hitting you in the rear. So
Yep.
literally like the solidest choice I can make.
Mm-hmm.
You. I am gonna do it. And then you're like, natural grace, I actually leapfrog over you.
No. Ivan just double torso twists so that she's in his front.
Sure, sure. Go ahead.
All right. Goth rifle hits on 10, everything else hits on 8. Miss with the Goth rifle. Miss with the ER large laser. And miss with the medium laser that he fires.
Oh, new man? Okay. Oh,
Yeah.
you're withholding the heat for... Yeah, I get it now.
I'm dropping back on the heat.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is my base to hit. So it'll be 6, 4, 6 to hit. So another alpha strike, full ultra, etc. Is it the ultra that jams if you roll double
the ultra
ones?
jams permanently if you roll double ones.
Permanently?
Yeah, you can't clear it. Only racks can get cleared.
Oh, fucking racks.
So that's donezo.
That might have just changed the whole game here. Well, finally betrayed me, Ultra Autocannon San. I believed in you. 11 is left arm for 6. That is also a hit.
Left arm's almost out of armor.
5 missiles hit. First one is rear right torso. Rear center torso. Right arm. Left leg. Rear center torso.
Cool. No breaches.
Like, dangerously though. Dangerously.
Yep. And now comes the fun part.
So you say.
2 punches behind me. I'm hitting on 7s. That's another punch. That would have been a headshot. Lamau. This is 2 times I would have killed C-Bill if I was firing the Gauss rifle instead of punching. That's hilarious. Right torso for 12.
Listen, don't even talk to me about this, okay? Who was the one that ended up missing 2 headshots because I was aim shotting? It was ridiculous.
And that's another 12 to the right torso.
Okay.
So 24
Sorry, did the
damage
first
right
one
torso.
hit as well?
Yeah, 24 damage right torso.
Okay. So
And
the
2
second
punches.
one's internal with 2 crits.
Okay. And you have ammo in there.
Yep.
All right, Comstar dice.
You dare?
Oh, I do. I've been using Comstar dice this whole game.
Unbelievable. That's cheating. 6-3 is nothing. 3-5
3-5
is
is the ammo.
Yep.
And she's done.
I mean, she's not done. She has case.
But she's got an XL engine.
All right, that's true.
The Comstar dice did it for me.
True, it's true.
Yeah, I think Ivan, she jumps in behind him, and Ivan misses all of his shots as she's like flying overhead, but then flips the mech around and shoves both arms deep into her right torso and just touches off the ammo bin with a fist.
She kicks, hits, 11 damage, left leg, sorry.
11 damage left leg?
Yep, you need to make a fall check.
All right, I take that, and then I make the fall check.
All right.
On it with an 8.
Beautiful, most precious, extremely valued mech, which she's used in many fights and really has not been beaten in, finally explodes horrendously as the gun jams. And she rides off on a tail of nuclear flame as the head comes off.
Yep. Luckily for her, it was a side torso destruction and engine shutdown that killed her, so the mech is salvageable.
Nah, she's
we
gonna
have
get
the
a better
technology.
mech.
We can rebuild it.
Nah, she's gonna get a mech, custom mech, now that her group is super rich. It's just gonna be nothing but AC5s, ultra AC5s.
Just get a blackjack. Just get a blackjack Omni mech when it comes up.
Yeah.
Get the blackjack Omni when it comes out. Stick a bunch of AC5s in it. You'll be fine.
Oh man, it's like you're writing the storyline for next season.
Dude,
I like the idea of having a brace of AC5s and just running around at long range, jumping and just like trying to get luck shots and piss people off. Yeah.
It's and the best mech to do that in is a blackjack. It's got all the stuff you want.
All right. Yeah.
But yeah, I think Ivan, as like, you know, wherever her cockpit lands, Ivan just walks over and like, you know, kneels the mech down. And actually, I think probably can actually kneel the mech now that he's got natural grace. So he actually takes a knee with it and then gets out and climbs down the arm.
All right, Gundam. She looks kind of pissed that she lost, but does the usual thing that most of her company does, which is like, oh, look, everybody congratulate the winner. There it is, this guy over here. Congratulations. You know, she may be personally upset, but she's still a showman.
Yeah, I think Ivan, or Amos, the ferryman, just walks up and says, "See, Bill, I believe that makes us 2-1.
Well, we certainly are not even, that's for sure. I'll see you next time, Amos.
Sure you will. We'll make it 3 out of 5, see who goes.
So, someone approaches you, wearing like a Aztec mechanic's outfit, and he's just like, "Hey, boss, great job!" He punches you in the shoulder and holds up a bottle of vodka, but when the dude tilts his hat up, it's the same Comstar agent you saw before in the car. But he looks like he belongs in an Aztec outfit right now. You know, he's got and like there's a bunch of people you don't recognize coming up, all wearing Apex Dragons outfits with like alcohol, and they're like, "Hey, come on, man, let's go drinking, buddy. Great match."
Yeah, and he just puts an arm around one of them, takes the bottle from him, and just takes a shot and says, and then offers Seville a drink and just says, "One last drink to go out the season."
All right, she'll accept a drink. Everybody at home's like, "Man, what great competitors! They have such good camaraderie." Not like that, you know, musketeer guy, you know, who always keeps pissing all his opponents off.
Yeah, and he just looks at her one last time and winks and says, I'll see you around, see Bill.
All
He
right.
heads off.
Later that day, what is the name of your new identity as you're looking on the news, watching reports of your own death?
I think what we see is we just see Ivan sitting on the table.
Oh, his name's not Ivan anymore.
Uh, yeah, but he still looks like Ivan right now. Sitting on the table, like in like a those it's like a surgical table, but it's like set up at like a 45-degree angle.
Sure.
As he's leaned back on it, and he's looking at the television screens as like, the ferryman dies this evening. After a drunk driving incident or whatever, and he just kind of smiles to himself, takes a drink of vodka, um, that looks to a little like Apex Dragons like ID he has in his wallet, and then just like lights, takes a lighter, lights a cigar, and then lights up the ID, and like just drops it as it burns.
Yeah, some guy comes in with like forceps and picks it up immediately. He's like, "Sir, this is a surgical bay. You can't smoke in here."
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right, everybody, take 5. We need to re-sterilize the area. Everybody's so pissed at you right now. Somebody snatches the cigar out. Is like, what are you even doing, Mr. Asanko?
Yeah, he just looks at it and says, and like as he looks at the ID of himself burning on the floor, he just says, "Do svidaniya, my friend."
All right. Well, I think it's safe to say that we can guess that this guy's a ROM agent. The ROM agent who's been your handler thus far holds up, like, sign here with your new name, please. For your next photo ID.
Yeah. And he writes down on the line. He signs it. Adam Kaseki.
Adam Kaseki. Interesting. All right, Mr. Kaseki. After about 5 minutes of cleaning and sanitization, somebody walks you through anesthesia before they get started, taking some blood and doing some body sculpting surgery. That's it for you, my friend. But you guaranteed victory, so go ahead and take 2 experience points.
Yep. Oh. Yeah, that is the end of Ivan Asanko.
Now, will Adam Kaseki be sponsored to join Apex Dragons in season 2? Or will Ivan Asanko be?
Adam Kaseki is likely going to be just the. I think Adam Kaseki ends up being. He is going to be joining Apex Dragons after the time skip. But during the time with Elysian Fields, I think he probably gets into the media business as Elysian Fields takes some sort of media company contract with Apex Dragons to like get real clan front war footage or something with the company. And Adam Kaseki just happens to be the guy who's like on camera the most. And that's how they get him back in.
All right. Adam Kaseki will return, or will appear for the first time in season 2, I guess. That's it. So if you guys are watching this live on Sunday, it should be... So it's going to be deploying later than normal, because normally it would deploy at 9 a.m. But of course, we've got Oath of Venice still dropping then. But this Sunday afternoon, at some point, I'll be releasing to Patreon members the new season 2 archetypes and rules. It's just some slight changes here and there, and the new investor test menu. So save all of your investment bucks, because The test menu will be totally fresh and will be active until Season 2 starts, in which case it will reset again, not like any of the research, but like any of the mech purchases and such. Most mechs available till 3057 will be available, and general technologies will also be available. Just note that there will be new ways to handle clan rules. So if you want to make a clan mech with inner sphere technology or an inner sphere mech with clan technology, someone has to buy the ticker mech abomination for that mech, and it only lasts one time. So once that customization's done, you can't make another Frankenstein again until someone buys mech abomination for it. That's to represent the difficulty in using those two technologies. Yep. Amos, Baron, how'd you like your time here? The first season.
Good run. I liked it a lot. I had a great time. You know,
I'd say your storyline was the most deeply impacted by.
Yeah, I felt like I definitely had to be flexible because things definitely got kind of. I had to kind of go with whatever way the wind was blowing that week.
Doesn't really matter to me.
Yeah, so it ended up being a good time. It was nice to try to figure out how Ivan handles his entire life blowing up in his face and completely changing. And I think we're going to see a very different person in more ways than one come back from the time skip. While I'm up here on my soapbox, I just want to thank everybody involved, my fellow gladiators, the investors and everything, all the audience. It was great. It's been a really fun time. And thank you, AP, for putting all this on.
Okay. Thank you. Will you be going to the August 12th Kyle Memorial Epilogue? Well, no, you won't. Your character won't even be there, right? You've literally left the next day, and with a new identity. So I guess it's really just going to be Hunter and Ludeman.
Yeah, I think if the epilogue is on Solaris, then yeah, I probably because Adam is now on a dropship headed for headed to go fight the Jade Falcons for the next the Jade Falcons, the Smoke Jaguars, the Nova Cats, any of them for a good while. Actually, though, probably he's heading to Rasselhack, so he's probably fighting the Wolves and the Ghost Bears.
Yep. Sounds right.
Elysium Fields is going to go work for Comstar.
Elysium Fields works for whoever pays the bills.
Yeah, Comstar's paying a lot of money for people to protect the Rasselhag right now. But yeah. Really enjoyed it. It's been a good time.
All right. That's it. This is the end of season 1. When I say stop recording, it's done. Have a good afternoon, audience.